Hello, bookish friends in the internet. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Drew, and this is Drew's Ambitious Reading. Today is going to be another video that's going to be super easy for me to film. It is going to be my fall TBR pile that I have for this coming fall. Now, for me, fall is like from now, which is September 9th as I'm filming this video, but this video will go up on Monday because it's going to be my Monday video. Anyways, the fall for me is like from now till end of November, basically. So from now through November, I want to try and get to all of these. I think there's 25 books on this list, which I know is a lot because that's usually how much is on my monthly TBR anyways. And I only get to about 5 to 6 of them nowadays just because like losing momentum basically. But I am wanting to start this video off by mentioning some of my book club picks that I have. One of them is in this stack, so I'm going to save that for like the next book that I'm going to talk about. But our September book, I forgot to grab it, is A Girl's Guide to Love and Magic. I forgot who that author is. I'm so terrible. Let me pull it up on Goodreads real quick. Yep, here we go. I've already featured this in my videos before, but it's A Girl's Guide to Love and Magic is our September book. I'm not going to say October book because my October book is in this stack. But our November book I'm very excited for. It's one that I picked that me and my friend Charlie did. Our November book, sorry, I'm like thinking and talking out loud. Our November Reads book club pick for the month of November is The First to Die at the End by Adam Severa. This is the prequel to They Both Die at the End, which I read and really enjoyed. I sadly unhauled my copy. I don't know why I did, but I kind of wish I didn't because it was in hardcover, and I don't think we can get a hardcover anymore. They Both Die at the End, unless you get it from Amazon. But I am very excited for this. This is our November pick. And then our December pick, since I'm announcing them all. Our December pick is We Deserve Monuments by Jazz Humans. I believe is how you say that author's name. I'm so sorry if I butchered it. This cover is stunning. It's a debut novel from an LGBT author, and there's an LGBT character in here. All I know is we follow our 17-year-old character, Avery, who is convinced that her senior year is ruined until she uprooted from her life from DC to live with her mother, her grandmother, who is dying. I don't know, something about that sounds good, I guess. It's a LGBT contemporary novel, so we love supporting LGBT books. So yeah, we love that. Awkward. Anyways, moving on. First book that's on my official list, one I'm actually currently reading, that is Flashfire by TJ Klune. I should have this one finished by the time this video goes up on Monday because it is a 3-day weekend for me, and I have this much left of the book, but I have a feeling if I actually like sit down and ignore all my responsibility and read, I'll definitely have this one finished. So this was the first book on my list. This is one I'm actually currently reading at the moment, so very excited for it, and I'm already loving it, and I'm already laughing a whole lot in this book. Next book I have is the sixth installment of the series. Wow, it's been a minute since I film, but that is The Bands of Mourning by Brandon Sanderson. This is the 6th installment of the Mistborn series. I am so excited to read this one because I love 4 and 5 in this series, and I know book 7 comes out in November, so I have that pre-order on my Kindle already, and it will be coming to my Kindle the day it comes out. And yeah, I'm just overall excited to continue my journey with this series, and hopefully I'll love this one as much as I loved book 4 and 5. So don't know too much about it, and I'm not going to talk too much about this one either, just because it is a sequel. Another sequel I would like to complete is A Psalm of Storm and Silence by Roseanne A. Brown. This is the second and final book in the Song of Wraith and Ruin series. I read book 1 the year it came out, so like 2019, 2020, somewhere around there. This one came out last year, and I meant to read it last year, but I just never got around to reading it for some reason. I think it's because I'm intimidated by this size, even though it's like a normal 500-page book. This is the second final book in this duology, so if I do read it, I will complete another series. And I haven't completed a series yet this month, and I would love to do that if I can. Next book is a book of the month pick that I have, and a buddy read I'm doing with my friend Sydney, and that is Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. This is Alice Feeney's newest book. I read Rock, Paper, Scissors by her, and I absolutely loved it, so I cannot wait to see what I would think of this. All I know is this is an adult thriller set on a remote island during a wedding, and there's a murder involved, obviously. Don't know too much about it other than that, but I'm very excited to buddy read this with my friend Cindy. The next book I want to read is actually a series that I want to get caught up on, and that is the Twisted Tale series by just a bunch of different authors. This one is by Fraha Roken. This is Almost There, which is their newest one in this whole entire world. I'm so behind. I know which ones I need to read, and actually there's another Twisted Tale series, Twisted Tale book in here that I'm going to be reading as well. So this is a What If Tiana Made a Deal That Changed Everything. So very excited for this. This one just came out, and I'll be featuring this in my September book haul. Next is going to be my October book club pick for the month of October, obviously, and that is The Sunbear Trials by Aiden Thomas. I am super duper excited for this one. I was going to read it in September, and then my friend Charlie convinced me to wait and read it with her and everyone else who's in my book club with me in October. So I will be putting this in my October TBR, so you will see it again very, very soon. But this is The Hunger Games meets Percy Jackson with Mexican folklore inspired. So I'm very excited for that. And this is Aiden Thomas. Well, technically it's his first fantasy series, so this isn't a standalone. I was going to say it's his first fantasy standalone, but he has 2 others. I cannot wait to read this. I met Aiden at Y'all West this year, and he was just so sweet and amazing. So I'm super excited to read this one, and so happy that I was able to put this in our book club. The next book is a sequel that I want to get to this fall, and that is Ruin by John Gwynne. This is the 3rd installment of this world. I really loved book 1 and 2. I binge read book 1 and 2 in August, and I'm hoping to read book 3 in September, but again, the size is intimidating, and I know I will love it. I just hope none of my characters that I love are gonna die, and if they do, I'm gonna be so mad at my friend who recommended this to me, which is Taylor, which you guys know and love. But yeah, I'm very excited to get back into this world, and this is one for sure that I know I'm going to read this fall. Next book I'm actually currently reading as well, because I wanted to get back into physically reading, and that is Nothing More to Tell by Karen M. McManus. This is a YA thriller that she has out. This actually came out already. It came out August 30th. I own the arc of it. I never got a chance to get a finished copy yet. But I'm really excited to continue reading this sometime this weekend as well. I don't know, there's something about this fall that's making me want to read more spooky books, and I never did that last year, so I was like, let's redeem myself and see if I can read spooky books this year. So yeah, this is one of the many spooky books that I have on my fall TBR. Next book, I know nothing about this one except my friend Lori bought it for me as a birthday gift this year, so thank you so much, Lori. And I also know this is Lori's favorite book of 2022 or 2021. I can't remember if she read it this year or last year, but she read it recently and she loved it, so she knew I would love it, and that is In Deeper Waters by F.T. Lukens. I did start this one in September too, because like, it's weird. Every time I finish a book, I'm like, I don't know what to read next. So I keep starting books and never finish them. So that's why this one's on my TBR for the fall. But it's also like one of my shorter books for the fall TBR. So this is another book with LGBT characters in here with pirates as well. So I know if you love Seafire by Natalie C. Parker, you will love this, is what I hear. So I'm very excited to see if I will love this one like I do with Lori, because me and Lori, we have similar reading tastes. Speaking of more spooky reads, I don't know if this one will be spooky, but I know my friend Melanie read it and she really enjoyed it, and that is The Agathas by Kathleen Glasgow and Liz Lawson. This is a book that I had an e-arc of from NetGalley and the publishing company, Delicate Press. I almost forgot who the company was. I received an e-arc of this a while ago, like during Y'allwiss, I think it was, and I just never got a chance to reading it until now. And now that my friend Mel from Completely Melanie read it and enjoyed it, I have a feeling that I would like it too, because once again, we have similar reading tastes. And I don't read a whole lot of thrillers, obviously, but I'm, again, trying to get more into thrillers this year. So definitely very intrigued by this one. And I know this is a first book in a series, apparently, and everyone thought this will be a standalone novel. Next book is a brand new book that I just got this month, and that is Belladonna by Adeline Grace. This cover is just screaming fall for me, so I have to read it in the month, in the fall season. This is the first book in a brand new series by Adeline Grace. She wrote the All the Stars and Teeth duology, which I still need to complete, but I don't know if I will this year or if I'll just save both of these for 2023. Hopefully I'll get this one read for 2022, because this is a pre-order I did for this year and it came the day of release, and I have it now and I haven't read it yet, but hoping I will get to it soon. Another new release that I was very excited for this year but never got around to reading is Beasts of Ruin by Ayana Gray. This is the second installment of this trilogy. I think book 3 will come sometimes next year. So if I do read it towards the end of this year, it would be nice for me to not have a long wait. But yeah, very excited to see what this installment has. I read book 1 last year for my book club and really enjoyed it. So I'm excited and eager to see what Beasts of Ruin has in store for us. Another book that I want to read, this is actually one of my Owl Crate books, and that is The Ivory Key by Akeisha Raman. I'm so sorry. This is the first book in a new series as well. I believe book 2 is supposed to come out sometimes next year as well. This one came out early January, so it's been a minute since I showed this one on my channel, but I was looking at my TBR cart and this was on my TBR cart, and I was like, oh yeah, you are on my TBR cart because I want to read you soon. I don't know, this just also screamed fall. This says The Ivory Key is an epic YA fantasy sibling stories I've been waiting for. A rich world and a satisfying slow burn romance that makes the series a must read, from Adrienne Young, the New York Times bestselling author of Fable. So there's a lot of good praises on here. S.A. Chakraborty, Suzanne Dennard, Tracy Shee, Sarah Rosh, Tashi Suri, Amanda Foody, and Katie Rose Poole. A lot of those authors I read from before, and I know this was on my Amazon wish list earlier this year. Obviously not anymore since I own it, but yeah, this I want to try and get to as many of my Owl Crates as possible. Speaking of Owl Crate, this is one that I had on my TBR since last summer, and the sequel to this one just came out this fall, so perfect timing. And that is Sisters of the Snakes by Serena and Sasha Nanu. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. Something about having the sequel out now just makes me want to pick this book up. I don't own the sequel yet, but I'm hoping to soon when I go to Barnes & Noble with my friend Taylor. We are planning a book shopping trip this month, so we're very excited for that. But yeah, I'm very excited to get to this. This is a brand new world, a first book in a series. It says, a lost princess, a desperate switch, a destiny that will shake the world. I don't know, it just sounds so good, and I just need more YA fantasy in my life, to be honest. Switching genres from YA fantasy to adult, I have 2 adult thrillers from Book of the Month that I bought last year but never read. So I want to try and get to The Whisper Man by Alex North. I read, I get these 2 authors confused. I read The Shadows by Alex North last year and I absolutely loved it. So I cannot wait to read this one and see if I will love it. I know this one is definitely very creepy and this will be shown on my October TBR. And then I also have The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. I know this has been getting a lot of mixed reviews lately, and I don't know, it's something about the fall, thrillers, dark academia. I don't know, my thriller mood is kicking in right now, so I'm like, I want all the thrillers. So yeah, wish me luck with all these thrillers that I have on my TBR. Good thing we split them up with a bunch of fantasy books though. So like Kingdom of the Curse by Carrie Maddox Galco. I really want to read this one because book 3, Kingdom of the Fear, comes out at the end of September. So hopefully I'll read it. I don't know if I included this in my September TBR. I don't think I did, but I definitely want to read it sometime soon since I did pre-order book 3 from Barnes & Noble, so hopefully I will get it the day of the release again. Won't say too much about this one since this is a sequel, but just know I love Carrie Maddox Galco's writing, and I was supposed to read this last year because it was a Queer Reads book club pick, but I never got around to reading it, sadly. So hopefully I'll still love this one, and book 3 comes out at the end of this month, so we'll see if I will love it or not. Going on to my other books that I would like to get to this month, I have This Poison Heart by Kaylin Barron. Barron is how I heard this author's last name be pronounced on TikTok. This is the first book in a brand new duology, and I actually own book 2 on my TBR cart already because it already came out this past summer, and I just can't wait to binge read a fantasy series for once and not have to wait for the crazy cliffhangers. But yeah, I'm definitely excited. Another LGBT witchy type of book, so definitely perfect for October. Next is adult fantasy, and that is Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lan Tan. This is the first book in a duology, and I know book 2 comes out this fall, and book 2 has a stunning cover. Oh my gosh, I love the series covers. I love how they are matching, and I just know I'm gonna love this. I don't know, there's just something about this book that's just Mulan retelling, like, hello, yes please. Next book is one you've seen all over my channel already, and that is Gideon the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. When I was thinking about my fall TBR for this year, I was like, this has to be on it, even though it's on my TBR every single month of this year so far, and it's on my fall TBR now, so we love that. Next is another series I would like to wrap up, and that is the For the Throne series by Hannah Whitten. I actually don't know what the name of the series is. I know the first book is For the Wolf, and I read that earlier this year and I gave it 5 stars. I absolutely loved it, and I'm nervous and excited for the sequel because this is a duology, so once I do read the For the Throne, it will be a completed series. So nervous and excited for this one. But yeah, hopefully I'll love it as much as I loved book 1. Next book I have is from the Twisted Tales series that I was mentioning earlier, and that is Unbirthday by Liz Braswell. This is what if Wonderland was in peril and Alice was very, very late. Do I need to say more? I don't think so. Next book is an anticipated release for me. God, that scared me. My book just like fell over, so I wasn't expecting that. Anyways, next book is an anticipated release for me. I am very excited for this one as well. And that is The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Hopefully, if she hasn't read it yet, my friend Kaylani from Kaylani's Simply Me here on BookTube, if she hasn't read it yet by the time this video goes up, we might be buddy reading it this month. I know we had plans to buddy read it, but she reads a lot faster than I do these days, which is crazy because it was the opposite earlier this year. But yeah, we're hoping to buddy read this one. It is the third and final book in the Inheritance Game trilogy, which I'm nervous and scared to read this one. Next book I have is Six Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. I'm very excited for this one. It's a not Mulan retelling, but I don't know. The back says a princess in exile, a shapeshifter dragon, 6 enchanted cranes, an unspeakable curse. It will take more than magic to find their way home. Like, yes, please. And I know book 2, The Dragon Promise, there's just something about having a sequel out already and just binge reading a series, you know? I just love doing that. So I have the sequel on my shelf. They look stunning next to each other. So yeah, very excited to get to this one soon. Like I say with every other book on this video. Another one I'm looking forward to reading this fall is The Drowned Woods by Emily Lloyd Jones. I don't know too much about this except I got it from my Owl Crate this month, and this was also on my wish list, so look at Owl Crate getting me free books. I'm really excited to read this as well, just because I read The Bone Houses by this author, and I loved it. I actually read The Bone House last fall, and I really enjoyed it. So hopefully I'll read this one in the fall and enjoy it as well. And my second to final book that I own that I want to read on this list is Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Morrow. I think that's how you say it. This one I was planning on buddy reading with my friend Lori from over at the Chatty Book One here on BookTube. I don't know, I know she started this back in like August, I think, but August and July was not a great month for me, so I think we're gonna buddy read this one again, or she's gonna try and restart this one again. But yeah, I don't know. We might be buddy reading this one, we might not. We might just find another one and move on. But if anyone would like to buddy read this behemoth of a book, please let me know down below. I would love to buddy read any of these books, to be honest. The final book on my fall TBR is The Atlas Six by Olivia Blake. This is going everywhere right now because of TikTok and BookTube and book TikTok, I guess I should say. But I think either book 2 is already out or it's coming out sometimes this fall. I forgot when book 2 comes out, but this is the new pretty hardcover that they re-release. The back says, secrets, betrayal, seduction, power. Welcome to the Alexandrian Society. Yeah, there's a lot of mixed reviews about this, and I know it's very popular on TikTok right now just because it's blowing up on there. And I might do a reading vlog with this one to see if I would love it or not. So yeah, this is my final book on this TBR video. So there you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry it was kind of bad lighting. The sun was going down while I was filming this video, so I have my ring light in the back. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up, as it always helps me out so much. Hit that subscribe button, turn your notification on so you don't miss any new videos coming from me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'll chat with you guys with another new video soon. Bye.